Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining today's session on Introducing AI Ethics in the Classroom. I'm Anna Lewis, and I teach third grade at Solars Elementary School. Today, we are going to look at some ways you can start to introduce students to AI and also teach them about the importance of using the AI tools we have available to us ethically and responsibly. Before we begin, drop in the chat how you used AI in your classroom before. I'm looking over the things that people have dropped in the chat, and I'm seeing that there's a big difference between how people use AI tools at home and between how they use them at work. It stands to reason that this would also affect our students. How they use the tools that we have at school is going to be very different from how they use them at home. Another notice is that um, probably, not probably, we'll see that the needs of elementary students will differ from secondary students. So our goals for today's session is that the teachers and administrators participating will gain understanding on the differing AI literacy needs between elementary and secondary students. Teachers and administrators will participate in a fun, hands-on activity using AI tools that they can then use to introduce the talk of AI fair use to students at all levels. So the activity we'll be doing today, you can then take and use directly with students. So let's start with a simple definition. AI refers to computer systems that perform tasks requiring human like intelligence or skills. Basically, when a computer does something that traditionally you would expect only a human to do, like to a question or draw a picture. This may seem self explanatory to us, but for students, especially for younger students who have grown up with computers who can talk and do everything, it can be hard for them to judge where the line between AI and ordinary computers are. Last year, a study showed that teen use of AI tools like ChatGPT has jumped from 13% in 2023 to 26% in 2025. But fewer than 10% of schools worldwide have any formal AI policies or guidance. As a teacher, I know that simply giving a student a tool does not guarantee they're going to use it successfully. So, if we hand students a tool as powerful as AI without any AI literacy instruction, it can be expected that problems will. So, when working with younger learners, needs differ. They need concrete examples like what AI is. They also need hands on exposure as they're less likely to have out of class experience with AI tools. And finally, they need clear guidance on concepts like plagiarism and bias that they might not be familiar with. Many students think computers and AI output is always correct. So, part of our job is showing that AI can be wrong. As students get older, ethical use becomes more complicated. They need to practice evaluating AI output, checking for errors, and understanding how to avoid over reliance on AI tools. In many cases, librarians and teachers becoming the frontline guides for academic integrity rather than the facilitators of AI learning or skills. I know our local high school has posters showing when it is okay and okay to use AI posted everywhere. So, a quick question for our secondary friends here. What problems have you had with AI, or what's your biggest challenge with using AI tools in the classroom? Pop that answer in the chat, and then after that, we're going to watch a short video. Something we see across elementary, secondary, and higher ed, students struggle to evaluate AI output without structured support. Explicit instruction and hands on practice make a huge difference in helping them identify bias, mistakes, and ethical concerns. It also helps them develop their technical skills and understand better how AI can help them. With that in mind, we're going to do an activity together using the AI image generator and the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite. In third grade, we do a unit on fairy tales, and I always have my students use AI to generate themselves as a favorite fairy tale character. Oftentimes, what happens during that process is the students will come across very stereotypical images. For example, red haired mermaids resembling Disney's Ariel, or pirates who always are gruff looking and have a beard. What naturally arises from this is conversations on why does the AI perceive these characters in certain ways? Why is it generating those images? And of course, that leads to talks about bias and then also copyright if it looks too much like Disney princess. Um, and it's just a really good way to model for students those problems with AI in a very visual, engaging format. So let's go ahead and I'm going to share my screen and show you guys what to do. So, as I mentioned, a lot of times during the course of this activity or after this activity is done, I talk with the students about the problems they encountered. And we talk about one, how perhaps their image was not generated correctly. I know somebody here today, their princess didn't have an arm. Two, we talk about bias. Why does the AI imagine that mermaids look like this and pirates look like this? So this is a really good way to introduce. Today's lesson supports the following ITSE standards. 1.2.a Digital Footprint. Students manage their digital identity and understand the lasting impact of their online behaviors on themselves and others and make safe, legal, and ethical decisions in the digital world. And 1.3b Evaluate information. Students evaluate the accuracy, validity, bias, origin, and relevance of digital content, as well as this AASL standard. 4.b.3 Curate. Think. Learners systematically question and assess the validity and accuracy of information. If you're interested in learning more about the topic, our agency has an AI ethics support site for more tools on introducing AI to the classroom. And ITSE also provides a great selection of resources for supporting ethical technology use. You can also reach out to me. My email is down below if you are interested in anything that I talked about today or you need any help or assistance implementing it in your classroom. So, to conclude our session, just to review, students' need in terms of AI ethics differs by age. Students struggle to evaluate AI output without support at all ages, and students at all ages benefit from hands on activities to introduce ethical AI tool use. Thank you very much for joining us today. Again, reach out, please, if you have any questions.